Welcome back to part 5 of my free home business training. This is Mike Sheraton. This is my internet multi-level marketing free home business course. Part 5, we're going to learn prospecting like a pro, just being yourself. Now, part 1, we went through why do people fail. They fail because they quit, not because they fail. Part 2, I've shown you how to get your autoresponder ready so that I can show you in part 7 how to set it up ready to make your huge list with no website. Part 3, I introduce you to the system that I'm using to train you in your leads. Part 4, ways to get leads sniper style. I've just shown you how to do that in part 4 if you've just been watching that yesterday, or if you've just watched it on YouTube or on my blog, on my training site. And today we're going to go through part 5. Part 5 is prospecting like a pro, just being like you. Now, often the market is going to start getting tough for a period of time. People get frustrated because there's not enough leads. Sometimes getting new leads is more difficult than ever. We will always go through periods of challenge and adversity. We'll all have the trials, and it was even said long ago that the gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man without trials. I stick to that word, it's very true. We must accept that adversity and trials are there to strengthen us. Our minds and thoughts and our will be from the actions that we take, and the stuff that's going to come across you is going to shock you into trying to improve your skills and make you better prepared for next time round if it happens again. Is to make us better. So, getting to work. The first thing you need to do is encounter the adversity because not having enough sales in your business means you're not going to grow your business. You need to increase the frequency and intensity of your prospecting that you're doing at the moment, because obviously if you're not getting leads, you're not doing enough for your business, which means you're not working hard enough. It is a business, it's not a hobby. You need to work hard. When those challenging markets appear, you need to take more time to get through your contacts, more leads you need to generate. You need to talk to more people, you need to put more articles out. You need to start talking to people on the street, people dropping cards through people's door. It's not just a case of doing what I'm showing you in these videos. When I've finished and I've shown you the entire course, you're going to be able to go out and do every aspect of network marketing properly, so that you can build your business not just off the one strategy, but every single one of them that work simultaneously for any networker, and it's duplicatable. Now, winners keep track of the results and losers keep track of reasons. If you're not keeping track of your results and what's working and what's not, you're not doing that on a day-to-day basis, which means you're not actually actively prospecting properly. You're not writing down the contacts that you've made, you've not wrote down the leads that you've got, you've not wrote down your appointments, and then you're not going to be able to have any clients from them. The losers let the reasons why they don't like prospecting take over. I know that's a strong, harsh thing to say, but it's true. People that don't believe they're good enough to call people never ever will. And that's one of the biggest problems in network marketing. That's the reason why I want to give you a cheat sheet at the end of this video, because I want to help you pull in some leads. Now, we can think of a million reasons not to prospect. We can put everything in the way, and there'll be many distractions in that in every day that it takes us away from necessary prospecting. But we have a choice. We get distracted or we get disciplined. Otherwise, we let the minor unpleasantness of prospecting dictate the level of success you're going to create. It's called controlling your feelings, making sure that you switch them off. There's a few things we need to do daily to achieve the success and accomplish our dreams in our life. Often our feelings are determined on whether we do them or not. Our will and desire will have to be strong enough to take us the way, so that we do what we need to do anyway, even though we don't like it. For example, if I liked eating pizza, which I do, I have a weakness for it, especially meat feasts. If I felt like I was doing something wrong, knowing that I'm eating that pizza with 2,000 calories, I probably would considerably weigh more than I do if I didn't discipline myself. So I need to discipline myself to control the feeling that I have of abstinence. Daily checklists. We must control the feeling of not wanting to prospect. Prospecting daily is an act of will, not a feeling. If we're to determine whether or not to prospect based on a feeling, we will not prospect. Granted, daily prospecting isn't easy. It will be difficult because you're talking to people you don't know. You're talking to strangers that you are meeting over the phone and you've never met before. You're talking to people on Facebook that you've not spoke to before. When the first part of the statement's coming through, you'll always remember that the second part is going to be worth it. Personal satisfaction will give you all-conquering fears. It's the winning the game of production that can't be matched. Too often we expect results instantly. We expect success without effort, don't we? Everyone does it. We want victory without defeat. It amazes me to see how many speakers and trainers are trying to sell agents on the phone get-rich-quick systems of success. They promise results from a magic ad campaign, a magic website, or any number of gimmicks, and throughout history, people who got on the top and stayed there have one thing in common. They continually work diligently, and all their failures added up to their eventual success. These successful people preserved and struggled and mastered the fundamentals to reach the pinnacle of peak performance. I watched these commercials that illustrated this truth well. Individual in the commercial, I remember him saying, "I missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." This commercial was for Nike, and the individual was Michael Jordan. We can only avoid failure by playing the game, meeting the challenge, and stepping up and planning out what we do, and moving forward in our business and taking that next step and coming out of the comfort zone. We must stare down the fact that failure is true to people if they don't come through and prospect, because if you're not bringing new blood into your business, you're not going to survive. We need to set aside our thoughts and not our feelings like it. We need to do it. We need to change the outcome from defeat to victory. Start your victory today with your disciplined success. So, how do I do MLM prospecting then? Just have a drink. There's no secret to MLM prospecting. It needs to be done in a traditional business and for normal prospecting to make more business for that business. It also needs to be done for network marketing business. It's a vital tool for success and growth of your business. There's no secret, it's a numbers game, which means you have to buy 1,000 leads and call 1,000 leads to get 20 people into your team, and then get 50 people interested, and then another 50 come through in 6 months time, but you've called them 1,000 people. And I know it's a big number to shout it out over the training session, but it's easy to call 1,000 leads. You can call them in a month. Easy. Which means if you call 1,000 leads a month, you're definitely going to build your business to a point where you're not going to have to call 1,000 leads a month. You're going to have to call 500 leads, because them leads are coming to you, because you do the work correctly, because you plan your time properly. Now I'm going to show you 3 markets now to make sure that you have a good flow of high quality MLM leads for you to prospect. These types of markets for MLM prospecting include your warm market. If you've not already wrote out your friends and family list, you're being selfish if you've got a product there that you know that's good. You need to make sure that you include your family and friends in everything you're doing. Get the backing and the support of them people, because if you get the backing and support of them people, it will take you on to the next level. Your lukewarm market, these people you may work with or people that you do business with already. And then your cold market, which I'm going to show you. These are the people you don't know and that are not familiar with you. I'm going to show you how to do the cold market, because cold market is the easiest one to get into fastest. We're going to focus on that. I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I generate to get 40 to 60 highly trafficked leads just off one campaign per day. Number 1, fish where the fish is and not where everyone is fishing. I mean by this, talk to people who are already sold on the idea of making income from home. These people are the easiest people that you could ever prospect, because they're already sold on the idea of doing it. They've already got the belief and the desire, so which means all you have to do is put them with the right training and give them the right knowledge, and they'll do everything you need them to do to grow your business. Social media. I'm going to break that down after you've done part 7. I'm going to come back from part 8 to part 14. I'm going to introduce social media and blogging, but don't worry about it for now. It's not going to be for the next couple of weeks, because you're going to be getting training to do for the next week, and then the stuff that I'm going to be introducing to you to make yourself a brand. Now, I use Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. I do all different kinds of social media. I don't want to keep going into social media on this video, on this slide as well, because I'm just explaining this is a way that you can move forward. Really seriously move forward. If you want to do this as an option further down the line when the trainings come through, you're going to really appreciate what I'm going to show you. Number 3, pay-per-click, PPC. You may have heard of it. It does cost a lot of people some money that don't know what they're doing. If you want to advertise online and you're looking for people who are looking for what you're already selling, the only downside to this is sometimes you get a lot of people who are just looking and not really serious about changing. That's the only downside I can say to it. But sometimes you get a lot of people that are willing to change, and I get a vast amount of leads from pay-per-click. You don't have to do that, obviously. It's an option for you if people have got the money. Obviously, you can put some money aside. And later on, further down the training videos, I'll show you how to do pay-per-click. Use a prospecting tool or system. I've already shown you my MLSP system. This already does everything for you. It gives you the capture pages and helps you promote your blog and gives you stuff to promote them on your blog, and it gives you training and shows you how to do things better, and it holds your tool for you, the leads, so that you can call them. If you're not familiar with MLSP and you've not watched the training on getting a system for you and your team, please, obviously, if you're not on my blog, you're watching it on YouTube or one of the video channels, go to my blog by clicking on the link and go and get the email course from video 1, part 1. That way then you can learn exactly what you've been taught in this video and even more, so that you can gain a faster knowledge of building a business yourself online. This is one of the vital parts that you need, a system or a tool. This is when you get like prospecting people though, when you're not online and you're in bed and you've got a capture page that's got SEO in it and it's top of Google, and you can get people to sign up to you while you're asleep. It's brilliant making money like that. It's easy. It's a different form of doing it. Fear of rejection is one of the major causes why people shy away from doing this important task. They're always making their ways of making prospecting fun. Make sure that you make prospecting fun in your way, because if you make prospecting fun in your way, it may be contagious, your team may follow, and obviously then they're going to enjoy prospecting, because this is one of the biggest things that people fail on, prospecting online and getting the business moving forward with it. So we've come to the end of this training video now. I've at the bottom of the video on my training site, there's a link, a couple of documents for you to download, some social media prospecting cheat sheets, and also some prospecting cheat sheets that you can call up people if you get leads in your business, or if you buy leads from anyone that you need to buy leads from. These are basic ones that will work for any business, and they're free for you to download. Obviously use them. You can even give them out to your team if you want, and tell them that, and make them your own. But the fact of it being is, if you stick to the format that I give you in this cheat sheet for both of them, you'll get a lot of leads coming your way. So we've learned how to do prospecting like a pro. This is part 5. Part 6, we're going to go through creating everlasting relationships. So thank you again, and I hope to see you on part 6. I'll see you at the top.